talk about a whole lot of NFL stuff that jumped out last night, college football, man. But we're gonna pivot real quickly because I'm so excited to bring this young man on. He has some experience in all levels, college and professional football, and also mentoring and molding young people. And I know that personally because in middle school, he's my daughter's teacher and coach, both of them. And like I said, he played a part in their development, and I'm so happy to be rocking with him. He's still in that space of mentoring and involved with high school kids, and this guy's going to be one of our guys that keep you up to speed on what's going on in high school throughout the season. So we're so happy to have on the Sports Shop for the first time, Coach Elbert Ellis of Primetime Scouting. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
How y'all doing today?
Man, we're doing great. Coach, I just got to chop it up a little bit in terms of just talk about, if you will, what is going on with what your experience when you was teaching.
Yes.
And teaching my kids. Talk about that. Just talk about that real quickly.
Well, first, thanks guys for having me on the show. This wonderful thing. This one is on this Funky Friday.
Funky Friday.
But teaching your kids in the early days, especially when I had hair and was a lot thinner, was incredible. You did a magnificent job with those young ladies. When I say I was a dean of discipline at the school as well, so if you got in trouble, you didn't want to see Coach Ellis. Especially if you get to do on my class time, you won't get double. But I never had a problem with your kids. Stellar young ladies. I can't wait to see them and see if I call myself Uncle L, the babies, because I follow you on Facebook. I say, "Oh, she had a baby! Oh, she had a baby!"
So but trust me, that they talk about you in reverence in terms of that you were just special to them. I just want to publicly say that. But you play a little sports. Give a little quick background on some things.
So from out of Hillside High School, good old Durham, North Carolina.
Shout out Hillside.
2-time All-American, Gatorade Athlete of the Year. Every Division I school in the country was chasing me, driving me crazy. Stanford, Nebraska, Georgetown. I said, I'm too dumb to go to Stanford and Georgetown. But University of Pittsburgh came knocking. And went there. My big brother Lee McCray and Roger Kingdom.
Yeah, Lee McCray was a sprinter, man. I remember him.
Lee is the only guy that beat Carl Lewis straight up every time indoors. Nobody else ever did that.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it. So he was my college roommate at one time. But 6-time All-American there, 3 USA teams, 1 gold, 2 bronze internationally. Run with Bad Boys International with Roger Kingdom and Jack Pierce. That was our little crew, our hurdle crew. So we traveled all over the country. Roger did something that no one else I thought would do. Roger took me in without a dime in my pocket and paid for everything for a full year. 3 hots in the cot, travel, get me in meet. So that's really, I've always wanted to be a big brother because I'm the big brother of my family. But he took good care of me and even trained me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I never beat him in college, and I didn't beat him until he trained me.
So what event did you run?
I was a hurdler. Okay. So high hurdles.
Wow.
400 hurdles and
so I can imagine when you watch these Paris Olympics here recently, you probably was locked in big time, huh?
Yeah. Man, I just have flashbacks because I know people don't know the training that you have to do. Just you're training all your life for that one moment to get into the final and get in that top 3. Then you got to go beat the rest of the world. People don't understand that.
Oh, man. So, again, we're talking to Coach Elbert Ellis, who's with Primetime Scouting. I want to get into that, Coach, and that's why I want to bring you on. We're going to segue into some things we're going to be doing on an ongoing basis. Talk about what you guys do.
Well, there's a bunch of companies out there, but one thing that's really special about us, we have a money-back guarantee. So our scholarships are guaranteed. That if we cannot find a student or a student-athlete, a scholarship to go to college, we must refund their fees, hands down, no questions asked. We've never done that, never had to do that. I did this for 20 years when I was teaching your daughter, so I had a bunch of research, but then the 3-time Olympian Mark Everett came along and brought me into the fold, and so I've been doing it with him.
Okay.
So I've been doing it going on 6 years in October.
Okay.
But we've never failed, not one time. Every kid has gotten a scholarship to go to college. Every kid gets an internship inside their major. us vetting the schools, vetting the coaches, making sure it's the right fit. If something goes wrong, we handle the transfer portal. I know you guys have been seeing kids transferring left and right. Some kid transferred after the Florida State game, say, I'm out of here. I'm not going to be losing like this. So we handle that for our kids as well. We have a plethora of academic money. Actually, I have a book that I usually carry with me all the time. It's about yay thick as the phone books used to be back in the day. Has $1.5 million worth of academic money that people don't know anything about. And so, and we talk to presidents of universities, provosts, the whole thing. And I may be 6 degrees of separation, be able to get this person, person. Coach Elbert is 2. Mark was on 3 Olympic teams. Okay. And I met him at Brenda Armstrong, Lee McCrae's godmother, Doc. We used to call her Doc. From Strata. She actually took me to college personally herself. She even helped me with the SAT to get a better score. She's wonderful. My godmother's Beverly Norman, they're sisters. So Lee and I have. So we have people like that.
That's a name
that are behind the scenes in prime time doing stuff like that and talking on behalf of kids and getting them in school.
That's awesome.
This is great. We're talking to Coach Ellis with Primetime Scouting. My question that I wanted to ask, kind of caveat what you're talking about with the 100% guarantee and things like that,
yes,
and getting the student athlete scholarships. How has the transfer portal and the NIL, how has all of that affected what you do?
We love it, actually. The same way a coach can be here saying, hey, guys, I'm going to be on your show for the next 4 years. And the next thing, they got a job. The next day, they're gone. So now that kid gets to do the same thing. And for years, eons, when this whole thing first started with the Ivy League schools, with this whole collegiate NCAA thing, schools have made millions of dollars off of student athletes doing what they're doing. Because every school in the country has someone that could be a Nobel Peace Prize winner. The professors are that sharp. So if you hear me, everybody knows Carolina.
Right.
That's
so
right.
I want to be associated with a winner. That's why you see Big Blue on TV. So I go there, and the schools know that. So they take advantage of that. Don't blame them, but that's what they do. So now the kids get a chance to do that. So within prime time, we even handle, I'm the NIL guy as well. So my son, if you guys didn't know, is Elbert Ellis.
I knew him.
So,
So
I used to love when he played against Carolina Duke. He gave him a fit. But he's in my program. We're behind the scenes for him. So if something goes wrong, we'll help him out any way we can. My daughter went to Elizabeth City State University a couple of years ago. Her bill was $18. That was her whole bill, period.
Wow.
And she struggled in school. First, 3.8, then stuff drops down, but she paid the bill herself. My middle boy he did something incredible at Hillside High School. He is one of 2 kids in the history of that school to graduate with an associate's degree first, then his high school diploma. Emmanuel, we call him Manny Ellis. He got a full ride to Central. And he had numerous track scholarships, but couldn't do it because he got injured at practice doing some plyos and stuff. But he had numerous. And my little 8th, 9th grader now just got in high school. He just plays video games with dad and likes to eat. He doesn't even know what I really do. So he has scholarships set up for him as well.
That's awesome.
So I'm a part, like Club for Man that says I'm also a part of the company as well too. I'm a parent. So
so awesome. On the other side of that, let's say I'm a parent. My son is playing football, but with the transfer portal and the colleges maybe looking for more experienced, how do you get the exposure for the now high school player?
So the good thing for us, we know the coaches. Like some of the coaches, so we've known someone since I was 14 years old. And then like you see Ryan Clark and other people. So we played in that arena. So the transfer portal doesn't hurt us because we have relationships with the coaches. They're going to need some other kids in a little while because that machine must keep going over and over again. You got to have kids to replace kids, and the transfer portal hasn't hurt us. It's going to hurt some other kids out there, but they listen to us when it comes to our kids, because we have their ear.
Yeah, man, outstanding. We're talking to Coach Ellis from Primetime Scouting.
Yes,
We're
sir.
talking a little, I guess we could call it high school sports, but it goes beyond that. It goes
Absolutely.
It goes beyond that. Listening to what you guys do for especially a lot of high school athletes and their parents and their kids. And a lot of people that are listening, and they see all of this money now, all of this money being tossed around. We're talking, upwards to like $2, $3, $4 billion in NIL money. You're talking about programs. We had Coach Montgomery on the other day. He was talking about programs like Ohio State with a $22 million NIL budget. NIL budget and things like that. So now, and as you know, money attracts attention, and attention, sometimes attracts people that don't really know what they're doing, but they want to get in the game.
Yes, sir.
What's one of the most common mistakes that you see when you encounter a special athlete, a special young person, and then you have other people, handlers, parents, friends, families, uncles, what have you, that's trying to get involved in the process?
One of the hardest things is just getting people to believe we can do exactly what we say we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But for some reason, and I guess they've been burnt and doing other things, they just doubt that we have the power to do what we do. And we're 100%. I have parent testimonials. We even put people on the phone with people who've been through the process because they think they understand the process, and coaches don't want to talk to parents. They want to talk to athletes and coaches. Mm-hmm. And I was a teacher and coach. During the day, I'm teaching. There are small windows every day that we must get in for behalf of students and student athletes. We do regular students too. We want to call them regular, but I got a band student. She has numerous scholarships right now out of Southern High School, and she's going to go to school on a band scholarship with academics. So the hardest thing is getting people to understand you need somebody to advocate for you. It's like going to court. And they're going to give you that court-appointed attorney.
Right.
You in trouble. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to all my court-appointed attorneys out there.
Not picking. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. Y'all went to school, too.
But you getting cooked. I'm sorry. You might, they just got your file, but no.
We call it under-resourced.
That's right. It's just under-resourced.
Wow.
That's all. So you need somebody to speak on your behalf that understands the language.
Yeah.
That understands what coaches need, and they're trying to keep their jobs. This is really, really big. Like they have NILs, they have endorsements that are online too, and I want to be able to take care of my family. So we got to win now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's hard to go home and say, well, I'm not going to be making that $14 million I was making before. Why? Well, I recruited the wrong kid.
That's absolutely
That's a hard story to tell.
Yes, but also, this is a lifetime commitment for us. We never let the kid go, no matter what they need, whether it's financial advice or whatever. We have people in everything on the planet you could imagine.
And you guys, I think the CEO, he's based out of Vestavia Hills, Alabama, right outside of Birmingham.
Yes,
I talked to him on the phone. He's okay. He's an Auburn fan, but outside of that, I know. I mean,
he went to Florida, but he's anybody but Alabama. He's terrible. Oh God!
I understand that.
Oh, he like cows, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mark Everett.
Yeah.
Coach Ellis, we have great co-hosts every morning out on YouTube, and one has a question. Hank wants to know: do you do this internationally as well as domestically? Can you handle those?
Great
students?
question, Hank, and the answer is yes. If that kid coming from anywhere in the world can put their feet here in the States, we can get that kid in school.
Interesting.
Okay, and so how would they reach out to you?
Yes.
They can reach out to me at PTS dot, just like my name, Elbert Ellis, ELBERT ELLIS at gmail.com. Phone number 984-356-0818. They can also go to our website, www.primetimescouting.com. Make sure you leave your cell phone number, not just your email. Okay, but those are some of the base ways. They can also go to my Facebook page, my Twitter at E87, and they can get a hold of me in all of those ways.
So again, we talked to Coach Ellis, Primetime Sports Scouting, Primetime Scouting. To talk about, I mean, you talk about some of you guys' successes, but you guys place kids in several schools. Give us some examples of some of the schools you guys play.
Wonderful. So one of my student athletes right now is in his second year. He is at Virginia State University. Jimmy Williams out of Hillside High School. Yes, sir, the Hornets. He is playing baseball. The boy's batting like .514, and he's running that football like he's lost his mind. I think I looked up his stats. His dad posted something on Facebook the other day. I think he ran the ball 20 times for 150-something yards, and this is the second game in a row doing that. So, and we also have another one, Trey Mittman. He ended up going to, thank God, I guess, for his family, because they all are Aggies, the A&T down the street. So I had we had Cornell, Yale, all these schools after him. The Naval Academy was just laying it down for him, and he just had to go be an Aggie like everybody in his family. So he's actually been playing. He played in his first game as a college freshman the other day.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Naval Academy. So it's no school that we don't get in contact with for a kid that can get into. Got a kid at Northwestern playing football. You know, so but we don't just go for the big schools. We try to find the right fit. And that's where kids end up messing up, and that's why they end up transferring. They're thinking they're going to go to the school and play. And especially if you're the man in high school, you're not always the woman when you go to college. Because just everybody is that when you get there. So
everybody
you
got a trophy case.
No, they're not. So you have to find that right fit.
Yeah, that's right. Coach said, leave all the scrapbooks at home, man. Everybody got one.
We start from zero.
Yes, right. So how's your son doing?
He's doing great. The boy's training 3 times a day. He has some workouts coming up. I think Golden State, possibly Orlando.
And just to let people know, he played for Louisville.
Played for Louisville. He was the number 1. So he started out at Tallahassee Community College.
Yeah.
A lot of kids out there, they look down on community college. A lot of parents do. They should not do that. My son went there and got a 3.8 his first year, 3.9 his second year. That's sports management. So hopefully he come work with us one day. But Tallahassee Community College, number 1 kid in the country. Number 1, because he said, "Dad, I'm number 1." I said, "Number 1 what?" "I'm the number 1 recruit in the country." All these schools, talking to one of my favorite guys, Johnny Dawkins. Everybody's trying to get him. He ends up going to Louisville, gets there, does well there. Number 2 scorer in the ACC, his technically senior year because he had a COVID year.
Yep. Yeah. He going to Arkansas, didn't he?
And then going to Arkansas playing there.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Coach, we up against it, man. But let me say personally, thank you for taking care of my kids personally. And I just want to say that because I mean that wholeheartedly, and because we hadn't talked in a long time, long time. But so we all just came together. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking care of all the kids.
You got a minute for us grad students?
Actually, sir, yes, I do.
Well, let's talk.
Yes, I do.
Well, let's talk.
I got a daughter in the master's program.
Let's talk. We work something out.
You're going to be hearing from this guy. He's going to be beginning us up, keeping us up to speed on what's going on with the high school football going forward, man. And as you can tell, he's in the trenches of what's going on, particularly in this area, even outside this area. He's primetime scouting. Coach Ellis, we really appreciate you, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, and it's going to make a difference in a lot of people's lives, though, seriously.
Guys,
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, but